All right, so UFC tier list, not fragrances, because I don't have a Jeremy fragrance level collection to be doing reviews on like this, that, and the third. We're gonna do a UFC tier list. If you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, click off this video. All right, let's go. Donald Cerrone. He's a Hall of Famer. He's already in the Hall of Fame. Am I going to put him in the Hall of Fame category? No, because I do think that the Hall of Fame should be a lot more sacred than it is. He's good. He's legendary. He's also statistically taken the most damage out of any fighter in the UFC, so there's that. Kobe Covington, I'm going to put him in good above him. Lost the belt. He was a good wrestler. If Kobe and Cerrone would fight, there's a really good chance that Covington would beat him. Obviously, Michael Chandler's ass. 2-6 in the UFC. Barely hanging on to his UFC contract. Should have been cut a long time ago. And hindsight, should have never been signed. Bum ass from fucking Bellator. Send his bitch ass back down to Bellator. No one gives a fuck about Michael Chandler. He's a clown. So there's that. Okay, now we have Khabib Nurmagomedov. Is he the GOAT? No. Is he top 5? No. Is he top 10? Barely. He has done not a lot in the sport, but he is a legend. If he had done more in the sport, if he had finished out a lengthy career, there's a chance he would have been the GOAT. There's a chance. But, 29-0. 29-0 against bums and 3 fighters that are notable. Was he good? Yes. Could he have been the GOAT? Yes. But he hasn't done shit. Curtis Blades. I don't know if I'm going to order them. I think Curtis Blades is just good. He's not a champion level fighter, although the heavyweight division is kind of ass. So I think there's a good chance that we could see someone like Curtis Blades get a title shot again or at some point. I don't know if he's even gotten a title shot. I don't fucking care about the heavyweight division. Light heavyweight division now. Johnny Walker. I want to think about how I want to categorize good to elite. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Johnny Walker in elite because I'm thinking there's a good fighter, then there's an elite fighter, and then there's a champion level fighter. So champ, I'm not going to necessarily put them because they're a champ. I think that they are like a champion level fighter, like they could fight for the belt. I would say Johnny Walker's just below that. I would have probably put him in only good until his fight with Zhang Minyang, that big ass Chinese light heavyweight who destroyed Anthony Smith's bum ass. We should have all said, well, it was Anthony Smith, but we all thought he was going to be crazy. And then Johnny Walker beat him. I think he knocked him out, actually, if that's right. So, yeah. Al Quinta. He was just good. Like, he had his fight with Khabib, actually went the distance with Khabib. Otherwise, no one really knows much about him. Khamzat Chimaev. It's pretty early. Like, either way, I'd say by the time he's done, he's going to end up going out a legend. Jan Blachowicz. I'm putting him in... Yeah, that's tough. It's hard for me. We'll come back to Jan Blachowicz. Elite. I mean, I gotta feel like I have to put something between good and elite. I feel like elite's too much of a big. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call this decent. And then good. I'm just going to change this whole fucking thing. Champ. We'll go elite. Yeah, and then we'll just keep that. At one point, Jan Blachowicz, I mean, he did beat us Adesanya, so I'm going to put him in good for that. I'd still have Johnny Walker above him. Magomed Ankalaev, definitely elite. Is he future Hall of Fame? I don't know. I mean, if you're going to fucking allow Uriah Faber and Donald Cerrone to be in the Hall of Fame, then you should probably end up omitting like 50 guys currently that should be in the Hall of Fame. Like, I don't know. Are you going to put Jamal Hill in the Hall of Fame? Dude's fucking terrible, but he was a champ. The worst champion of all time, but in my opinion, one of the worst champions of all time. But I don't know if you could do that. But I will say elite. I think legends and Hall of Fame are going to be more so the older guys. TKZ, Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie. Would I put him in the elite with Magomed Ankalaev? No. I would put him in the good tier list. I'm going to put Colby Covington up in here. Decent, yeah. Tough as nails. They call him the Korean Zombie. Dude would lose via TKO, but he wouldn't be knocked out. He'd still be on his feet. Like his fight with Volk was called a TKO, but he like wasn't knocked out. Like he was still on his feet. So this guy is a zombie. Yep. So this is where my CTE brain damage comes into play because I have a hard time recognizing people's faces as putting a face to a name. I've seen this guy. I know this guy. Is this Gamrot? No, it's not. Dude, I can't remember. I can't. Oh, is that Rebecca? Yeah, I can't spell it. Dude, I promise I know ball. I actually do know ball, but I can't recognize this. I can't put a name to this guy's face, but I've seen him. I know him. Israel Adesanya. He's definitely a Hall of Fame legend, probably at one point, but he's been he's going downhill. He's on a losing streak after the Strickland fight. Dude can't win, so Hall of Fame though. Again, another case of I know this dude. I've seen his face. Can't put a name to the face. Hopefully, these names will come back at some point. Yeah, I have an actual condition where it's hard for me to put faces to the name unless you were like a blatant obvious. But of course, I've seen all these guys. Jailton Almeida. That is Jailton Almeida. Overall, I would say a solid like somewhere between good and decent, I guess. But like, let me just look at what is. Let's just take a gander. 22-5. I think that's fair. Yeah, this guy. I can't remember these guys' names. I literally, it's embarrassing. Anderson Silva, definitely a legend. Not gonna put him in GOAT because I hate his fight style. And honestly, I just fucking hate Anderson Silva, to be honest. Ben Askren was a bum. Let's be real. He was a bum. Good wrestler. Maybe not in the UFC, but good wrestler like in wrestling. But dude cannot fight in the UFC. Tom Aspinall, not a fan. I would say he's good. As of right now, we can't put enough to his name. I'm probably gonna put him in the elite. But, there's a lot of hype around him, and people thinking he could beat John Jones, and then he fights Cyril Gane, and then he loses. He lost that fight. He was losing that fight actively until the eye poke. Then it was called a no contest. Don't remember this guy's name. Brock Lesnar. I mean, let's look at Brock Lesnar. Like, The dude was 5-3 and actually won the belt. Was immediately given Randy Couture. But he did. He won the belt, and he managed to defend it a couple times. So for that reason, I'm putting him in good. Something like that. Because Randy Couture, Frank Mir, not bad. Eventually, the names are going to hit me. Again, recognize their faces, can't remember. Sean Brady, fucking don't like Sean Brady at all. Good wrestler, boring fucking fighter. Boring. But he's alright. Brian Burns, not Brian Burns, Gilbert Burns. Brian Burns is an NFL player. Gilbert Burns. Generally speaking, has been solid. Put up a really good fight against the boogeyman here, Hamzat Chimaev. Cain Velasquez, probably have to put him either. Yeah, it's going to be hard for me to put Tom Aspinall above Cain Velasquez. Definitely elite. Moving on. Jared Cannonier. If you ask me, what's the most obscure random fighter in the UFC that I'm a fan of, the answer would be Jared Cannonier. For now, I'm just going to put these guys in, I don't know, because I can't fucking remember. But I've always liked Jared Cannonier. He's 42 years old now, just lost his recent fight. Should probably hang it up. Otherwise, I fucked with him. He's a good fighter. Henry Cejudo, definitely, Hall of Famer, double champ. Yeah. Chael Sonnen. Honestly, was good. Nothing else. DC's a GOAT. One of the greatest of all time. Definitely probably in my top 5. I'll probably have like 5 people. DC would probably be outside my top 5, but I would consider him a GOAT of the sport. Paulo Costa. Just good. I'm not gonna order these. I'm gonna say Paulo Costa. Yeah. Yep. Jose Aldo. A GOAT. Let me just show you guys, if you're not educated on Aldo, right? Let's take a gander. Now, this was much before I watched the UFC. But look at this. Belt here. And then just fucking won in the UFC. It is just that's difficult to do. And then, of course, you have the McGregor loss. Beneil Dariush. There's only one problem with Beneil Dariush, is that his chin is egregious. His chin is so bad, it's like a major issue, but he's actually good. Nate Diaz. Awkward style, but really tough. For that reason, he's only good. He's not a Hall of Famer. He's certainly not elite or any of that shit. RDA. I would have put him at elite. Let's just look at his shit real quick. Again, they all went out grossly. It didn't do much of fucking anything now that I look at it, so... You live and you learn, alright? DDP, Dreykus, Duplessis. I would consider DDP to be an elite fighter. I do think he's an elite fighter. Not a big fan of him. But Michael Bisping, Hall of Famer. Should be. Shavkat Rakhmonov. Great grappler, but boring fighter, but great grappler. Definitely elite. Eddie Alvarez. His career was kind of overshadowed by that ass beating that he got from Prime McGregor. So for that reason, I'm putting him in good. Otherwise, probably would have had him higher. Leon Edwards, another case of a fighter going out in a gross manner. Otherwise, would have been really elite. I'm just going to put him in good. Tony Ferguson, the definition of a fighter who was elite that went out in a gross manner. It's not, I thought it was raining. Tony Ferguson, I mean, let's just... Right, so I can't spell, and that's really just going to be the way that it goes. I can do a lot of things. Spelling is actually not one of them. Yeah. Otherwise, was a dangerous threat and would win fights. For that reason, do I think he was the elite? I think he was really good. I don't think he was elite. That's just my opinion. Rafael Fiziev, very skilled. Love the guy. Definitely like on the upper echelon of good, in my opinion. More or less not going to try and order these. Justin Gaethje's elite. He established that after he made Ilia Topuria quit on the stool. That's Mateus Gamrot. Let me just... Yeah. Mateus Gamrot, incredible jiu-jitsu. Just as a jiu-jitsu guy myself, just incredible jiu-jitsu. Definitely good. Cyril Gane, elite. Beat Alex Pereira, regardless of the back of the head shots. He beat him. Let's move on. A fighter that I once loved watching, and I lost money on him on the McGregor card. Cody Garbrandt. Used to be, at least for one fight, shit, we thought he was a Hall of Famer when he beat Dominic Cruz. Otherwise, the average of his career, he's been just good. As of right now, he is older. So, yeah. Ian Gary. Ian Gary's only loss is to this Asian, Dagestani, like hybrid Shavkat Rakhmonov, the Kazakhstani. Otherwise, I'd have Ian Gary as elite. Kelvin Gastelum. It's just somewhere in the... Just get his fat ass out of here. Yeah, George St. Pierre. The greatest of all time. Bobby Green. I'm not going to call him King Green. That's Bobby Green. I actually like Bobby Green. He's good. I feel like he's that fight against Terrence McKinney pissed me off because I had money on McKinney, and then McKinney just went down like a bag of dog shit. But Bobby Green, solid. Whatever. Decent. He's above decent. I'll put him above Gastelum, though. Jamal Hill. I genuinely think he's a bum. He beat Glover Teixeira. I don't even know how Glover Teixeira got the belt, but he beat like a fucking 40-year-old Glover Teixeira that had no business fighting Jamal Hill. I think Jamal Hill, skill-wise, is terrible. And we saw that against Alex Pereira. Look at his... If you ever watch Jamal Hill fight, look at his back foot. He has the flattest feet, and he's just like... He's like this. It almost looks like Derek Lewis. I'm going to bring up pictures if I can. Kevin Holland. One of my favorite fighters, just out of pure entertainment. He fights a lot. He brings good fights. Walks out to young boy. That's mainly one of the big reasons. Otherwise, solid fighter. I will never talk bad on Kevin Holland ever. Max Holloway, an elite fighter. Now you kind of have a rock paper scissors thing going on between him, Gaethje, and Ilia, because Ilia knocked Holloway out, but then Gaethje knocked Ilia out. but then Holloway knocked Gaethje out, so it's like a rock paper scissors thing. So I'd probably put it like this. I do think Gaethje is the superior out of the three of them. It's just all stylistic. Dan Hooker, talk about tough. I got to give someone a little bit more bonus points for being tough. So for that reason, I'm putting him in decent. Dan Hooker versus Dustin Poirier, one of the best fights ever. So there's that. You got John Jones here. The only reason I don't personally think John Jones is the GOAT is because steroids, cheap, dirty fighter, eye pokes, oblique kicks, which should be illegal. Like, anyways, I don't even know who the fuck that is on everything. At least from like my perspective, I can't even recognize his face. Derek Lewis. It's tough. You talk about Derek Lewis, he has the most knockouts in UFC history, so you'd be like Hall of Famer, right? Just went out grossly. I think he's good. I love Derek Lewis, but he doesn't want to fight anymore, and he shouldn't. Yeah, I recognize this guy's face. I can't put a name though. Shara Putin Bullet Magomedov. Shara Bullet. Shara Bullet is pretty good. Yeah, but like just below elite. Islam Makhachev, when he's all said and done, will be considered the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Is that Cap? Manel Cap? He's pretty good. Fuck it. I gotta make another row here called really good. And let's go here. I'll put him in there. I put some folks here. Manel Cap, I think, is pretty good. I like him. All right. Jorge Masvidal, decent. Never was really that much, to be honest. I wanted him to beat Colby Covington, but he didn't. If we're talking about prime Conor McGregor, we're going to put him in Hall of Fame. I feel like Conor McGregor, like, it's Conor McGregor. You have to put him in legend. Is he the GOAT? No. Legend? I would say he is. When he's said and done, I mean, there's never gonna be another Conor McGregor ever again. Probably the biggest star in all of combat sports history, up there with Ali and Tyson, in my opinion. Stipe Miocic, I'm putting him in a GOAT tier list. Greatest heavyweight of all time. Beat DC twice. That's saying something. I would have him above DC all time as much as I love DC. At the end, I'm going to try and take away some of the GOATs because there can't be too many GOATs. Probably limit to 5, and we'll see what happens there. Brandon Moreno, right now, he's like decent. But like at one point he was really good, so I'm gonna put him in the good tier list in the middle. I love Brandon Moreno. Bilal Muhammad, I'm gonna say something that might piss some folks off. I think Bilal Muhammad is overhated. I get the appeal to dissing on the guy whose nickname is Remember the Name when you don't remember who the fuck it is. Neither can DC when he said that the champion's Leon Edwards, even though he beat Leon Edwards. But I will say the fight that he put up with JDM was really impressive. He showed his boxing. He showed his wrestling. And I thought it was a great fight. And I think Bilal turned me into a Bilal fan, even though he lost that fight. I love fighters who are able to put on good shows. That is the cream of the crop. That's what matters the most. So Bilal, For that reason, I'd put him on the upper echelon of good. Probably at the top of good. Because I would put JDM. Actually, I wouldn't put JDM at really good. I would have until the Protez fight. Anyways, Jeff Neal. Love Jeff Neal because he actually beat Bilal Muhammad. And Bilal Muhammad only has like 4 or 5 losses. Maybe like 6 now. I don't remember. But Jeff Neal has incredible takedown defense. I like Jeff Neal. I've always loved Jeff Neal. Just because he beat Bilal, I wouldn't say he's better than Bilal. But, like, he is good. I think he's solid. Yeah, like, somewhere in the middle, I guess. Francis Ngannou. Do not like Francis Ngannou. I think he's... but he was really good at one point. He actually knocked out some real notable fighters. Although John Jones would have beat his ass still. Umar Nurmagomedov, one of my favorite fighters in the UFC, and also a guy that should have got like an immediate rematch with, or not like an immediate rematch, but should have fought Merab again. Definitely in the elite territory. Is not a champ though. But I love Umar. I don't know who Umar's fighting next, but he should get it at the title shot next. Either him or Merab. O'Malley, stay your ass back. You're not like them. Charles Oliveira is good. I think people still think, well, you know, he's old as hell. He is like 39 or 38. But he's still good. He beat Max Holloway. So for that reason, I'm putting him really good, actually. But I think stylistically, Max Holloway is better. Or maybe he's not. In fact, I'm going to take Holloway. I'm going to put him down here. Sean O'Malley. Okay, we're getting close to 30 minutes. I got to hurry up. Sean O'Malley, I'd say he's really good. Oh, fuck, dude. What's this guy's name? Dude, I'm an idiot. I'm blanking on this guy's name. Obviously, I know who it is. Alexandre Pantoja is elite. In fact, actually, Hall of Fame. Be honest. Oh my gosh, is it? That's not Volkov. This is Volkov. You gotta be kidding me. I can't remember this guy's name. Pavlovich. Sergey Pavlovich is really good, in my opinion. Where's that asshole at? Where the hell did I put Aspinall? Alright. Well, I can't find Aspinall. Oh, he's right here. Yeah, he beat. So okay, that makes sense. Let's see. I can't remember this guy's fucking name. I'm sorry. I have CTE. I don't remember his name. Alex Pereira. I think he's a little overrated, to be honest. But I loved him. But until he some of the losses he's taken, still elite though. Probably Hall of Fame still. Whatever. Paddy Pimblett, really good. Dustin Poirier, also really good. Yuri Prohaska, also really good, but kind of a fucking idiot at the same time. I don't even know who the fuck that is. I can't see him. Yoel Romero. Decent. Like, just shouldn't really... I mean, good, I guess. Khalil Roundtree is solid. Brandon Royval, also good. BSD, generally speaking, good. But like I predicted, he was going to get his ass kicked by Patty. Anthony Smith, really good on paper, decent in reality. Corey Sandhagen, I was bigger on Corey Sandhagen. Not a fan, to be honest. Not a big fan anymore. but he is still solid. Not really good though. Is that Yadong? Yeah, Yadong is he's decently good. Aljamain, uh, yeah, would have put him in the elite at one point. Otherwise, he's just good now. Sean Strickland, call me nuts, but I mean he's elite. Sean Strickland, put him above DDP because I do think Sean Strickland beat DDP the first fight. Second fight, DDP won. But Strickland beat Hamzat. Does he mean he's better than Hamzat? No. I mean, kind of. Anyways, fuck it. Elite. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I can't fucking recognize some of these people. Stephen Thompson, dude. I'd put him up in legend, GOAT, elite, really good. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time. If you haven't gotten, but I'm putting him in. Fuck it. You're really good. He's in really good. Armin, really good. Tai Tuivasa, I never fucking liked Tai Tuivasa. Bum. Jalen Turner. I don't know a lot about what the fuck this guy has done in his career. Let's see. Edson Barbosa, he knocked out. How old's Edson Barbosa? 40. Okay. Yep. To be honest, that's yep. Lost to a split decision. Mateusz Gamrot. Okay. Knocked out King Green. Lost to Moicano and knockout. That's actually pretty fucking terrible. Jalen Turner's is solid. Kamaru Usman, legend, elite, really good. I'm gonna still put him in really good. Marvin Vettori, love Marvin Vettori, but he's only just good. I'll put him in GOAT. I'm gonna bring folk down here. But then you have Ilya. Alright, fuck it. Let's just put Ilya up at legend for sure. Probably gonna be a legend. Not a fan of Volkov. Volkov's good. Robert Whitaker, good. Not a fan. Dude, fuck Tyron Woodley. Fuck him. I don't give a shit. I'm not even gonna say a single good thing about him. I don't like Tyron Woodley. I don't like Jake Paul. No one fucking likes Jake Paul. If you like Jake Paul, you have a mental illness. But I wanted Tyron Woodley to get knocked out. Let that simmer. Okay. Petr Yan. Where's Marab? Okay, he's still down there. Petr Yan. He's in elite territory. Chito Vera. Go. Nope. Decent. Bum. But he's tough. I'll give him the toughness. I'll give him the decent. Yep, can't recognize him. Demetrius Johnson, obviously one of the GOATs. Still can't remember this guy's name. So I'm just going to put it in I don't know because I'm retarded. Kai Kara France, good. I genuinely can't recognize this guy's face. Maybe I'm just slow. Davidson Figueiredo, now good. Was really good at one point. Dominic Cruz, definitely Hall of Fame. Dominic Reyes, on the other hand, you gotta move him up. Potentially to elite because he beat John Jones. And he did beat John Jones. Merab. I'm going to put him right below Petr Yan. Jim Miller. Probably should be in the Hall of Fame just because he's been in it for so long. Otherwise, just decent. And then Bo Nickel. Guy I know personally. Legend. No. He's good, I guess. So that's a 35-minute video me talking about UFC fighters. Just to let you know, these guys, I've seen their faces. I can't remember their names. This guy, he got knocked out by Francis Ngannou. Actually, well then that's gonna actually help me. Francis Ngannou. UFC. Come on. Stop jerking off here. Yep, I get it. I know. I'm aware more. I'm aware. Alistair Overeem. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. 47-19. Holy, that's a lot. A knockout. Put it like the knockouts actually. For that reason, I'm gonna put Alistair Overeem at really good. That's more or less the list. Honestly, if I was really gonna go in depth and like search up all these guys' records and see like and compare, this is more or less what I would put them. Thank you for watching, bitch.